Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today we're going to be doing an L4 mission in the buffed Marauders on the test server. So this is a Golem now. Since stuff is free on the test server, I bought this Golem. It's got a very appropriate skin as well. I think this skin is the best skin that you can have on the Golem. Unfortunately, it's a very expensive skin, but I think it's the most appropriate skin for the Golem because I think it looks so good in this Capacitor style. So actually, in my opinion, this type of theme is my favorite theme you can have on any Caldari ship. That's just my opinion though. But the mission we're going to be doing today is the Buzzkill mission. And the Buzzkill mission is very much the way it sounds. It is a Buzzkill kind of mission. Before, when I wasn't so acquainted with L4 missions, I actually did this mission. I was just like, okay, whatever, I'll just do this mission. It took me forever to do. Now, they're like a medium to high amount of NPCs. Like, it's not a crazy amount like the Pot and Kettle mission, but the thing that is with this mission is that there are a lot of like these elite cruisers, or like there's a lot of fast, hard to hit cruisers. They're generally speaking, these cruisers that you find in this mission, they're also quite tanky as well. So in my experience, I've had a bit of a trouble with this mission in the Rattlesnake. I think even Paladin actually, I've not showed this on the channel, but this mission, I've always remembered this as a Buzzkill. The name Buzzkill has always been a Buzzkill kind of mission. However, I want to see them pull a Buzzkill on us when we bring the 3k DPS Golem with the explosive missiles or torpedoes. This is so good. With the Golem, you can just use every type of missile type. It doesn't matter. You can just use any type of missile or damage type and do the most optimal one. So since we're going to be going up against the Angel Cartel, it will be favorable to use the explosive missiles. The Rage Torpedoes will do crazy amounts of DPS. We can also use the Javelin ones actually as well. You know, 1.8k DPS is still pretty good. Not at all as impressive as the Rage though. But we have a 93 kilometer range and we'll be applying so good. The fit I've got, it might seem a bit strange for you guys who are not familiar with Marauders. I've actually never tested this out, so it may as well could fail. But I don't think it will. Based on the numbers, it should not. I'm using high grade crystals. My shield boosting is already amplified. Plus the Marauders inherent bonus to shield boosting is going to make really a powerful shield booster. You see this here? 683 HP per second. So we're only using a C-type extra large shield booster. So this is not a particularly expensive shield booster. In fact, it's actually the cheapest extra large shield booster, like the faction one. It costs, I think, 130 million or something like that on Tranquility. And then I'm not using any multi-spectrum shield hardener. So I'm not going to be extremely tanky, but you know, we've got some resistances. Tech 2 resistances, generally speaking, are pretty good. Like Tech 2 ships, they generally speaking have pretty good like inherent resistances. Plus the 680 recharge rate is, I think that's going to be actually quite enough for L4 missions, if I'm going to be completely honest. But we're going full DPS and mobility. So we've got a large micro jump drive to help with mobility, a 500 MN Microwarpdrive to help as well with mobility, 2 target painters because the Golem actually has an inherent bonus to target painters, so it's going to make us apply a lot better. And then it's 1 lonely missile guidance computer here. And I'm actually going to try using it without any script to begin with because I like it, because if you don't use a script, it gives you a bonus to range and also it gives you a bonus to application as well. So I need a bit of range. I don't like it because if I use the precision script, no, you don't want to overheat this here. So you get, if we go with the Rage, Nova Rage, then we actually only get 47 kilometers, and I would actually prefer to have at least 50 kilometer range. But then I don't get as much application, but I think it's all right. It's going to apply to all of these. And what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to I've grouped my torpedoes in 2 groups. So I've got my torpedoes in my 4 torpedo launchers. I've grouped them in 2 groups, so I can attack 2 targets at the same time, like this. You see here, 2 groups, and you do that if you want to know how you do this. So if we go here, and if we just ungroup our stuff, so you just hold down shift, left shift, and then just drag this on top of there, and then drag this on top of here. And you can have multiple groups like this. So the reason I'm doing this is because we're going to do so much damage with each one of these, and the travel time of missiles, I think it's going to be better to just actually have 2 groups and individually attack different things. And it's very fitting then to have 2 target painters. So you have 1 target painter affecting one of them, and another target painter affecting another one. Or if there's some, like measly frigate orbiting us or something like that, and then we can obviously use both target painters on the same thing. These target painters are amplified really good. I could actually use some bling target painters as well. This fit is quite experimental. I mean, I've not made mint. I don't know if this is the best one. I probably could maybe bling the target painters, maybe less bling of the ballistic control systems, because these ballistic control systems, I got 3 blinged ones, so that's quite expensive. Then again, we are using a very expensive ship as well. But the thing is, with these, it's mainly just because I've got CPU problems. So I could maybe use a, blinged target painters to actually get a bit of CPU. But it's all right. The point is, it's going to be about the same anyway, either way, which I do. Just maybe optimize the price a bit. So we've got these douches here. These are I hate these guys. But I think we should be able to just beat the crap out of them with our torpedoes. Something actually, though, you remember I told you guys that there's been a change so that we have a 30-second Bastion timer. Not only was that the only buff, actually extra buff that Marauders got, they also got some more things. They got increased sensor boosters, like their lock stuff up a bit faster. They also had their max range of targeting increased. They just overall are going to be amazing ships. What happened was that actually, I think it was a half a year or maybe a year ago, something like that. I can't remember now in time. But all Tech 1 battleships actually, look at this boost right here. Break! Boost up like that. The Tech 1 battleships, they previously had I think it was like 80-something kilometer range. Then they increased it by like 20%. So most Tech 1 battleships then had 100-kilometer range. But they only did that to Tech 1 battleships. Tech 2 ships, generally speaking, they have better like inherent stats. Look at this Marauder, it looks so good. But the most Tech 1 Tech 2 ships in general, Tech 2 cruisers, Tech 2 battleships, Tech 2, or Tech 2 frigates, they have a lot better general stats like targeting range, sensor strength, resistances compared to their Tech 1 counterparts. But when it came to the Marauders, they never got this buff that the Tech 1 ships got to their targeting range, leading them to have very similar, in some cases worse, targeting range than the Tech 1 counterparts. Now, with the buff, we have this crazy, absolutely crazy 150-kilometer range. So that's really good. And that's quite useful, actually. For people who want to go with cruise missile fits, it'll be very useful. So we've got a bunch of frigates here. And I think it'll be good to actually go with a precision script as well, just to get a bit. Because these guys are all just going really close to me. So it'll be very appropriate, actually, to use a precision script. Go with this. Let's see how this goes. If we do some decent damage right here. Okay, I mean, it's alright damage. And, it doesn't seem like to be like a one-shot, but it's definitely possible. Maybe I could even deploy some drones just to speed stuff up a bit, actually. Some few Hornets, just to go crazy on these guys. The Golem seems to be actually a very popular ship. I put a poll up, what's your favorite Marauder? And the Golem was actually the most favorite, the best ship, actually, when it came to, or the most popular ship, that if people wanted to have their dream Marauder or favorite Marauder, then their favorite one was actually the Golem in most cases. And yeah, let's focus everything on one, actually, and then you'll use 2 target painters. Yeah, there we go. Look at that, just almost one-shotting them. But for you guys who really, I'm curious, actually, for you guys who like the Golem a lot, what makes you like the Golem a lot? I'm curious, because in my opinion, I mean, it looks alright. It's not, I don't think it's my favorite in terms of appearance. I think it's my second or third best one in terms of appearance, because I think the Paladin looks really good, actually. But I'm just wondering, what do you guys really like about it? Is it the appearance, or is it just the, the sick DPS with the torpedoes, or is it, I can definitely see like, oh, this efficiency of the torpedoes being a reason why people would like to use it, actually. We're just one-shotting these guys now because we're just focusing all the target painters on one, so it's going to be, these guys are going to balloon up. Oh yes, that is what I like. Imagine, would you have ever thought a year ago, before the torpedo buffs, that a battleship's gonna one-shot frigates in with torpedoes? I would have thought, if someone had said that, I thought they would have been crazy, actually. Let's put double target painters on these guys. Let's see. I think maybe even it would be better, actually, just to go with Javelin on these cruisers, because before it was quite hard, actually. And then again, we are focusing now both of them on one, so that's why it's obviously going to go faster. But let's see how it goes if we use Javelin. I think, actually, to be honest, it'll be about the same in terms of the damage. Maybe even better. Or it could also be because we're using a precision script now. So if I switch over to Rage, maybe the Rage will be a bit more efficient. Let's do that, actually. Nova Rage. Let's go do Nova Rage and focus both target painters on the same ship. I think we'll maybe one-shot then one of these Assault Cruisers, actually, because these Assault Cruisers are the NPCs in this mission that are the most painful. Actually, they're like really hard to kill them. They're like got a pretty small signature radius, high inherent resistances, hard to kill. One of those really things that are just refuse to die. We're going pretty fast, but in a Tech 1 battleship or pirate battleship, it's not as smooth. Actually, definitely not as smooth. There's a reason why I've not posted this mission to YouTube, actually, because it's just so annoying. It's just so painful to get through. But now it seems like we're just like slapping these guys with the dual rage torpedoes, with the dual target painters and the precision script. I think it doesn't seem like it's much issue right here. 900 volley. That is something that I think is good, because we're just not one-shotting their shields. So I think it's better to do it. We just focus everything on once, then we have the target painters. I think we're probably splitting the target painters would be good if, say, for example, I had multiple battleships or battle cruisers, something like that. Then you would just, like, do that. But if you got a lot of small stuff, probably better to just focus all the target painters on one thing, because then the thing is going to, the small stuff is going to just like die so easily. Okay, so we've got a bunch of battle cruisers. Let's see how fast this goes. We can split up the torpedoes. There we go. Let's see how fast these battleships fall. They're probably going to die really quickly. Oh, 2,500. Oh, just one of those volleys just slapped them. Oh my god. This is really good. I would have never actually thought of using a Golem without a multi-spectrum shield hardener, but it seems like, as for, in L4 missions at least, it's definitely possible, especially if you have some high-grade crystals, because this, like, they've already got some decent resistances, and the tank is not really necessary. Like, look at this. We're not even using our shield. We just do a couple of cycles, and then go up straight back to what we had before. Okay, there we go. Nice. Put all these missiles in this heavy assault cruiser, or assault cruisers, heavy assault cruisers. I'm mixing. Oh no! Wow, kinetic drones are taking a lot of damage. No drones! Don't die on me! Okay, there we go. These guys just dying. Oh, it's just so satisfying to just slap up these guys. Okay, there we go. Just slap up these buzzkill ships. They really are buzzkill ships. Like, I think I did this in a Rattlesnake. That was probably the ship I did it first in. I think it was in February 2020. Yeah, I think that was when I first did this mission, actually, because I can never recall doing this mission before then. And I must have been a Rattlesnake, because that was what I was using around that time. It went so slow. I remember spending like 40 minutes or something on this mission, just because it just takes forever to destroy them. And it seems like we've got, I think I do remember quite a bit of drone aggro in this room. Like, we only lost one drone, but all of these were taking damage. So I think they do also have drone aggro. And for a Rattlesnake, that is not a welcome thing, because, reusers relies a lot on drones. Look at this tank. C-type, no resistance module, just boosting away like that. Oh, so good. The only thing that is bad about not having a resistance module is obviously gankers, but I feel like if someone is deciding to gank a Marauder, having one multi-spectrum shield hardened or not is not going to actually make you survive, or not be the thing that decides if you survive or not. I think either way you're probably going to die. So for running the L4 missions really quickly, I think this would be a possible fit, actually. Let's switch to Javelin, because we've got a bunch of small stuff now. We've got this cruiser, actually, but we can just take this guy out, and then after that we can just snipe all these small crap here. Okay, good. Start shooting this cruiser over here. I'm very liking the Golem. It's so damn effective. So damn effective. I should get one of these sometimes. This is actually the first time I'm actually trying out this ship in an L4 mission. I've never tried it in an L4 mission before, actually. Let's go for this guy and put the target paint on this guy. Actually, let's focus them. Look at this. Just boost up a little bit of shields. It's alright. Doesn't matter at all. Let's stop this. We want to focus it now on the same guy. There we go. Do this. There we go. Now we'll kill them very quickly. We can also lock up these battleships over here as well. There's a lot of modules I had to press, a lot of finger mashing over here. It would obviously help if I had one target painter and 2 missile guidance computers. Then it would be a lot less finger mashing. But I'm alright with it. The reason I'm using 2 target painters and not 1 is because the Golem has a bonus to target painters. So our target painters are inherently very powerful, or a lot more powerful than they usually would. So I want to capitalize on that and be able to apply as much damage as possible. Let's deploy our drones to speed up things a bit. There's only a few frigates left anyway, so it's not much aggro left that can be taken. Because how we're tanking so good, it maybe could even be possible to just go polarized, actually. Imagine going polarized with the Golem, 3k DPS. Let's just see how much we would get if we just go polarized torpedo launcher. 1, 2, 3. Oh, our drones got slapped there. You see that? 3 drones left. It's alright, we're on the test, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let's go and put the torpedo there and Bastion Module. And if we go with Rage, 3.8k TPS. Oh my god, so crazy. Okay, there we go. Destroying this frigate over here, and there's all these frigates over here, little mosquito frigates, and we're just tanking these battleships like it's nothing. You know, just a couple of cycles with our little measly C-type extra large shield booster, no problem. And our capacitor doesn't seem to be having so many issues as well. Obviously, we're not cap stable, but it doesn't matter when you only need to do 1 or 2 cycles every minute. It's just very satisfying seeing that little bonk there of the shield booster. It maybe even could be possible to actually use a large shield booster. Then I wouldn't have to have so much problems with the CPU, so I wouldn't have to use so blinged ballistic control systems. That could actually be a possibility if I wanted to go cheaper. And again, the large shield boosters, I don't know why, but large shield boosters for some reason cost more than extra large shield boosters. I think maybe it's just because people don't want to use the really CPU intensive modules, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think that large shield boosters, for the amount of capacitor they use, they're not as efficient. Like, the shield boosting per capacitor unit is better with the extra large shield boosters. I'm not 100% sure, so you feel free to correct me if you know something else. Okay, let's split the DPS here now. We're just gonna destroy these angel battleships over here, just like bronk. His shield is going like that. Just so easy, so easy. Buzzkill? What kind of buzzkill? I can't remember any. I didn't. Who said buzzkill? This is a killing spree in this mission. Just stuff falling. Look at this, all these wrecks all over the place, just absolutely annihilating. This is the kind of mission actually that would be kind of optimal for a Marauder. Just one site where you just warp in, bastion up, and just blast everyone. No flying around or anything, just beat them up. So that's it, buzzkill done. That was so satisfying actually. This is really satisfying, even more satisfying than that pottle and kettle mission actually, because you just sat here and I was finally got my revenge on these assault cruisers who've been giving me a lot of trouble before in the rattlesnake. The rattlesnake is probably going to get very jealous now for all those marauders that are going to be running missions now. Golem, he is just such a beastly boy. Look, he even has a face here. It looks a bit like a golem. A really cool ship. I'll even take a screenshot here just because it looks so cool. Alright, Bastion is out. Time to dock up back at the mission hub. Buzzkill done with like flying colors past the mission. Just slapped the mission. Absolutely no issues whatsoever. Just absolutely slapped them. Just slap those assault cruisers that think they're so good when they're being like these elite cruisers. It's alright. The Golem takes care of it, no problem. And tank, absolutely amazing with a shield type booster without any resistance module at all. Just full damn DPS. Calefaction catalyst, quad ballistic control systems, dual target painters with a missile guidance computer. Doesn't care. Just boost straight through it. Absolutely does not care. Very satisfying experience right here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe.
Docking permission requested.
I'll catch you guys later.